I test at least 69 products a month, and I figured I'd show you what I'm currently carrying around, combined with gear that is already a staple in my everyday carry. So let's check it out.
I have to give a shout out to the GOAT of all Pokemon, Carp. Anyways, I forgot who I bought it from, but if I do remember, it will be linked down below along with all the other items in this video, which brings us conveniently to the first one. My sling bag of choice lately, the Alpaka Metro Sling. This one being the special 9th anniversary edition specifically. It's made of waterproof X-Pack, has sealed zippers, and fidlock buckles can always get me going at night. So satisfying. The main difference with the 9th anniversary is the Velcro patch out front. Otherwise, the bag is still readily available and I can confirm is a great bag choice to take to any Pokemon card shows too. Moving along, I don't usually wear jewelry unless you put the face of Earth's savior on it, RX-78 which I recently added to all my other weird rings that I'm collecting apparently. It's made of a chunk of metal and it is as heavy as you'd imagine it to be, but come on, the details on this with the darkened shaded areas go so hard. I would also call myself crazy for spending $350 on this, unless that is, you're also collecting a master set of all things RX-78 too. I used to think flashlights were boring and kind of useless. That is, until I started testing some pretty wild ones, like this Wuben X4. With 1500 lumens of output, it's basically a lot of light for the non-flashlight experts, but also with a strip of RGB lights on the face of it too. It's comfortable to use one-handed with easy to adjust controls in a tough metal body, making it a perfect companion when you need to check any deep dark holes, digging through your collection of watches, doubling as a safety light at night, and also just small enough to go hands-free as well, which makes sense with their magnetic plate on the bottom that can also act as the coolest desk lamp that you've ever seen. It's seriously surprising how much light can come out of this tiny chunk of metal. Plus, there's something about physical switches, buttons, and sliders that just feel way more satisfying than any touchscreen ever could. Compared to our previous favorite flashlight from Wuben, the X3, the X4 is slightly taller and adds in the strip of LEDs, but they're both about the same thickness side by side, which is great, because that just means it can also handle being tossed around without having to worry about one of the lights breaking on you. So if you're as afraid of the dark as I am, you're in luck because they're having a sale right now and links are all down below. Next is the latest watch pickup of mine, more of a gift to myself for just making it through the week really. And while a Rolex was a little overkill, did y'all know about the thievery that is watch straps? I hate metal bracelets, so the first thing I did was swap it out for a rubber one, and these Everest rubber straps are really cool because you get to keep the original Rolex buckle too. But can someone explain to me why 2 pieces of rubber cost me $350? Thankfully, I've got a few other watches on rotation lately, like these Mad Hudson models, which are super nostalgic. This one looking like a CD player on your wrist, and for the Gen Z, a CD was like our Spotify, except way cooler to carry around. So if you're looking to attach a conversation starter to yourself, let it be this with the spinning iridescent foil and play pause buttons to help you guess the time on it. There's also this Dogma watch in collaboration with Bryce Wong, which is solely a if you know, you know how to do this with your hands to keep yourself entertained in the 90s. It's simple, clean, and pretty much a guaranteed way to connect with other fellow millennials. However, hands down, my favorite pickup has to go to the Spinnaker Spongebob I Spy in this blackout colorway. They are sold out retail, so if you can find one secondhand, I highly recommend you comping one just for the fact that the hour and minute dials are his hands pointing at the numbers. Finally, for the clumsy DIYer or just the days I need to get shit done, this RZE watch is made of titanium, so you don't have to ever think about it, and includes a built-in light with every mode your $10 Casio watch included as well. Except this one will win in a fight and still remember your alarm the next morning. But let me know, which watch should I continue wearing next week? This MagSafe SSD and portable USB hub combo has one of the coolest designs I've ever seen for any iPhone accessory, so we had to test it simply to see if it even worked as promised. With 1 terabyte of storage built into the size of a credit card while also barely adding any bulk. The built-in USB-C cable is just long enough so you're not dealing with any extra cords, while being able to achieve up to 10 gigabits per second of transfer speeds too, which is perfect to back up all my favorite selfies. However, with all that speed, it does require cooling off too, so they built in a whole fan and cooling solution function to keep things running smoothly, which will automatically turn on when things start to heat up, but you can also activate the turbo mode with a click of a button. Combined with the dual USB-A ports, a 100 watt USB-C charging port, and a HDMI 2.1 port supporting up to an 8K monitor. Charge multiple devices at the same time with one power source, and also dramatically reduce the amount of accessories that you'll need to pack with your laptop to get up and running, making this the perfect travel, work, or photography accessory when on the go. The fact that it's MagSafe is kind of the cherry on top, because how can you say no to this D-brand skin and transparent design combo? Details and links down below. Now, one of the best features of this sling is all the mounting points for additional accessories. A pocket hoarder's dream, obviously. So attached, we have the Griffin Rover AirTag holder, which basically hides itself as a Velcro patch holder. And yes, you're getting a sneak peek here of our upcoming release in collaboration with Mike Cruz. Otherwise, the holder is just a wicked chunk of blacked out metal. All my favorite words in one object. An AirTag can hide neatly underneath, and once attached to a strap, holds it all in place and passing our scientific shake test too. And combined, makes your bag look 6.9 times cooler too. Adding to the futuristic vibes though, right underneath is the Skinarma MECHA 56 AirPods case, a collaboration with our favorite cyberpunk brand, Machine 56. All the ridges, colors, and graphics on this basically transform your AirPods into a tiny suitcase. Made mostly of plastic in a two-tone silver and red with cyberpunk-like graphics all around it, it's pretty much guaranteed you're gonna get some tonight if you carry this around. The sliding latch helps prevent the lid from opening when dropped, and honestly sometimes works too well, as it can be a little tricky to open even when you want it to. Otherwise, I can't complain. This looks so friggin' cool. It has all the right features for an AirPods case, including a lanyard attachment, and just feels great to hold in the hand with the additional edges and corners as well. I've shown this off previously, but given this is my Pokemon card show bag and everyone has asked me about it, I think it's worth sharing again. This is the Lucky Vault slab case, and unlike all other slab cases, this one actually comes with a lanyard hole, which essentially means it's meant to be carried around. Something you don't usually do with your expensive graded cards, but if you're gonna burn money on some shiny cardboard, at the very least, you should take it for a walk once in a while. I pair it with my trusty keyback retractable cord, which alone is also one of the best EDC upgrades you can buy for your keys too. And yes, it is also super addictive to fidget with. Special to the 9th anniversary of this bag, out front is the patch holder. They dropped a whole range of them, but I figured I'd take this chance to show off an upcoming drop of ours for all my fellow pocket hoarders who love to carry more than they can hold. Plus, I recently started collecting a few other patches too, which I had no idea patches had such a cult following. However, once I saw this lenticular Charizard, it's just friggin' sick. That's everything hanging on the outside. Unzipping the front quick access pocket, a lifted mesh pocket for smaller items on the inside so they don't get lost in your hoarding. I've got my fidget toy of choice, a Cyber EDC Phase V 1.5, a 6-in-1 fidget toy as it utilizes a metal ball and a variety of sliding paths that you can choose from. Some are clickier, some are more silent, but they've also got patterned ones too, each giving a different feel with every slide, but the spinning top being its own fidget as well. And just because they can, they also added an Ultim button on top for all your pen clicking needs. And while your girlfriend would probably tell you this is pretty average sized, it feels like you're holding a tiny eraser in your hand. Perfect to keep hidden without anyone else noticing. Within that front pocket, they do include a magnetic key clip, which I personally never use, but deeper inside is this. A custom prototype of ours that I've been carrying around that's meant to blend in with your other daily essentials, if you know what I mean. A few months ago, I messaged Bad Stitch Goods about a wallet for your daily essentials, and he quickly whipped up some ideas, like this hybrid cash wallet with a hidden pocket underneath. The more you sit and squeeze this in your pockets, the more you'll achieve that burnt-in indentation. So let me know in the comments if you'd cop one of these, but we've still got a lot of real-world testing to do, as I've still yet to get a chance to use my protection. This being more of a vertical bag, it's a little top-heavy, which Alpaka thought about and solved with sidewalls, allowing you to hold it wide open without the fear of anything falling out. And inside the main pocket, you've got soft-lined walls with plenty of space for larger items like this, the Rokid smart glasses we featured recently, and I highly recommend you go watch our previous full video on it if you're interested in smart glasses, as they're the first I've used with built-in displays inside the lenses, which only you can see. I go into detail on how I've used it in the past few weeks, but I've continued to use it since, especially for shooting Pokemon card show content or just documenting my daily routine for content as well. So links to the glasses are down below, but also our full video in the top right corner. I've been using this wallet as my go-to for several years now. The Distil Union Wally Micro, which a flap of thick leather kept shut with a giant elastic. Unfortunately, it looks like they haven't restocked on them in a while, but they do make some of the best minimal, functional, and clean wallets thanks to their smart use of magnets. So instead, I've linked their Amazon page down below to check out all their other models too. In the main pocket, you can see how deep this pocket goes, so tinier objects, beware. Like this, a Bic lighter fidget case that I've been fiddling around with, the EDCELL Ifridus. It can fit a mini Bic and also expands to fit a regular size one too. And all I can say is sometimes making an ordinary object look super cool is all you have to do to sell me on it. Like it's from the year 2069 or something. It brings joy when I hold it and a dopamine hit every time I flick it up and down, which probably actually saves me on the gas too. Hidden in the sleeve pocket in front, I'm currently playing with the new TRIMUI brick hammer retro console. Essentially an updated emulator of a previous favorite of ours, which is now in a full metal body that makes it feel like an actual console and not like a toy in the hand. Buttons are clickier than before, the accent lights still add a really cool glow, and it's supposed to have better speakers too, nothing noticeably different in my opinion, and at the width of an iPhone and about the weight of one too, combined with its strong performance on games, it deserves a spot in anyone's pockets who were born in the late 1900s. Now this is a first that I've seen. From Elrow Industries, a 3D printed Apple Watch case that converts your watch into a tiny handheld phone, as it's got everything your iPhone can do. It can make calls, send texts, and even play music. So if you're looking to chill out and not doom scroll every chance that you get, you could technically just carry this around. And the case gives you an ergonomic handle while also looking pretty sleek too. The shell is screwed into place so it isn't falling out on its own, plus you can still charge the watch with the access around back. My favorite part being the lanyard hole on the bottom to give it some flavor, like some of the recent beads we received from Urban EDC Supply, the shop for all things cool, unique, and a collector's wet dream. I'm a huge fan of the rubber ducky look, but they also have this gummy bear that glows in the dark. Plus, I also added the mini Macintosh onto my AirPods because the details on it are mind-blowing. It's even got the little floppy drive slot, which 90% of you won't know what that is, unfortunately. Along the back sleeve, I recently picked up some Panini Dragon Ball Z sticker booster packs, and because you never know when you need a hit, we popped one open, which you don't even have to be a fan of to appreciate how cool this is. The 90s just did it right with collecting. These are scenes from the show, and as an avid consumer of all anime as a child, this brought back a lot of memories waking up early on Saturday morning. To complete the package though, I do love carrying around some extra heat, this being the first edition 2002 Blue Eyes White Dragon in a PSA 1, which sometimes does get swapped into the case too, so basically always carry protection, kids. That's the Alpaka Metro Sling though, with the main focus on being access, making it a great commuter, travel, and for me, the perfect Pokemon card show bag with the ability to get to every pocket easily and having more than enough to organize as well. But remember to let me know if you'd cop one of these in the comments, because I can't be the only EDC hoarder watching this video.
For more EDC, tech, and all things carry, sign up to our newsletter Supply, where we send you a weekly email of even more deals that we find. Or join our free community Pocket Hoarders, where you can show off the junk in your pockets without being judged, except by me. But that's it. I rest my personal EDC.